Hi everyone, Angus Campbell here. It's Saturday the 20th of July, about 7:20 in the evening, and here we are at Stanford Hall in Leicestershire, and in the camping ground, which is up to the top and right of the main car park, as you can see, right near the hall. And we've got the van and the trailer here unloaded, all pretty much on schedule. Got dinner on, bikes made it in one piece, no problem at all. Bit of bully required later after dinner. And there you go, there's the hall. As I say, we're this side of those row of trees, which are the top right of the main car park, and the main event is the other side of the trees and across the car park. I don't know whether you can right the way through there, and the other side of these trees, another set of trees, and it's over there. So a quick push or a ride in the morning. Already had quite a bit of interest talking to Roddy, who came over. He's building an A70, so got some reference points. But now the kettle's on. Sunday morning, about 7:30, and look at this. Look at the weather. Blue sky all around, which wasn't originally forecast. Might cloud over today, but supposed to stay dry. Got the bikes out after having them locked up last night. Fueled them up, and might see if we can start the lightning and stuff before I take it over to the BSA enclosure a bit later on. But for now, breakfast, and then I might take some photos of the bikes once the sun comes round. But they're looking all right. Did find one slight issue that's developing on the Fury, but I'll show you that a bit later on. A bit worrying, really. Just cosmetic, of course. So just to get your bearings, I'm now the other side of the trees from the campsite to the main car park. They're all rolling in. There's the house at the end there, and then the exhibition, display, rally, auto jumble at the other side of that line of trees. Main gate entrance down the bottom there, where vehicles are coming in. Right, now I'm now on the other side of the trees, the other side of the car park. So on the left hand side is all the auto jumble area. Plenty of people coming in and setting up now. Then you've got the Taverners marquee, BMCC Taverners, who will arrange all this. And then over here we've got the display ring in the centre, and then all the one make clubs and owners clubs all lined up around the outside. You can't, BSA club, BSA owners club is in the usual places of bearings. There's the house there at the back. BSA owners club, he's got the gazebo set quite a way back, but it's just about there. There's the Gold Star Owners Club, you might see. Then there's a Tiger Cub, and we're behind it in our gazebo. You can just see in front of the house a green peak with the BSA Owners Club. Anyway, we'll go up there a bit later on. Right, let's go get some breakfast. She's away, she fired up well. So we'll take her over the rider over to the BSA enclosure, and then we'll come back and see how the Fury behaves. Not so confident about that one. Right, here we are at the BSA Owners Club enclosure. It's got the new gazebo back. Feels just about to open up. Fair bit of space actually this time. Chris is from Birmingham, just unloading. Got my two. Got the info boards, they'll probably fall over in the wind. What we got here, let's C11 or C12 at the end. What we got here, C11G. And there's a gentleman, there's the ring, there's the house for your bearings again, all the clubs around the ring, and you can see now the site is getting full. So I'm going to go for a walk because I need a couple of, I could do with some new handlebar grips for the Lightning because they're splitting, so we'll go for a walk there. And also Matt needs a Lucas 8H 12 volt horn for his T160. We'll have a go, man. Let's go for a walk. There's a house again, but we've come down the field into the Auto Jumble area. So there you go, off into the distance of the Auto Jumble, and there's several rows of these. Must be 6 or 7 rows, so it's pretty big. Right, we'll go for a walk and we'll see if we can find some, I don't know, Hamel handlebar rubbers or something like that. 3/4 inch bars, I think, probably. Should have measured, maybe. We'll have a look. Okay, right at the bottom end of the field now, so this is the road going across. And I say you've got all the columns, if you like, going up. There's the house up at the top there. And I was about right, so that's 1, 2, yeah, probably about 6 columns going up. I'm looking for some handlebar grips for the Lightning. I doubt if I'm going to find any, and this horn for Matt. We'll have a quick swan around anyway, but we need to get out the shade and into the sun. It's time now, it's 8:45, so it's a little fresh because it's a bit breezy, but it's lovely in the sun. Right, so you can see the extent of it anyway. Yeah, good turnout this year. Hopefully the weather will bring the punters in. It should be busy later. Anyway, we'll keep getting clips throughout the day, and then the Lightning's running well, so I'll ride that round the ring sort of mid-afternoon. At some point I'll put the chest harness on and we'll take it for a spin up and down the drive in the main car park because I'm allowed to do that. Oh, I don't know, did I mention the clip, the Fury didn't fire up. It's firing, but it sounds very, very retarded, like it won't pick up. So we'll not risk it. I daren't risk it. So we'll just do it as a static. Yeah, there's the next row. I mean, it looks long on the camera, and believe you me, in real sight it is long. There you go, a decent stand with new kit. We've got the blooming rubbers, he's got no end of them, and he's got a brand new Lucas 6H 12 volt horn. But I'm coming back, might have an 8H back at the shop, and if so, we'll probably have it. But we'll have another look round. But anyway, we have 5 minutes success. I brought the Stanley Life with me so I can cut the others off and get the aberration sorted out on the Lightning. Right, so a bit more of a wander around. If I come across any power set bikes, I'll obviously take a clip of them. I know there's a B50 coming in Basel, I think, so we'll get a clip of that when he arrives. Right, 10:05 in the morning, and we are over full. Great turnout by the club. There's the old gals, and we've got a couple of power setters here. This is the nice one we saw on the Saturday very briefly at Spalding at the National Weekend. Right, the same gentleman who on the Sunday turned up in his Jawa engine special. Nice bike, sounds great. Alan's faithful old M21. Another power setter.
They bunged up every hole, there's no breezes in it at all.
outside the enclosure now because there's that many of us. And then on the other side, A10 probably. Another side valve. B40-ish probably. We'll soon find out. Yeah, B40. Guessed right. Yeah, I know. I know nothing. Another B series. A series. Oh. Lovely old Desert M. I like that. Looks fantastic. The stand's busy. It's really good. Lots of people coming on and inquiring. Another military, probably B40. Yeah, that's me. Oh, and a 250. B25 SS. I missed that. So, 1971, 72, well represented. Like it. And then a Mark 1 Rocket 3. You may have seen recently I've been messing about getting my brain mixed up between Mark 1s and Mark 2s and not recognising the basics. Well, this is definitely a Mark 1. There we are, sun shining. Very busy, lots of committee members here too. There you go. There's another view, just to show you how busy we are. Lots of people on the stand compared to many of the others. Yeah, once again, really good turnout. Credit to the club. Uh, 5 to 11 in the morning, the main bike park filling up with visitors. I've just walked over to the van to pick up the gimbal because I'm just going to do a lengthy clip to show the Trident and Rocket 3 Owners Club stand. I'm a member of that club too, and after a bit of an absence they've returned this year and they put on a good display. So we'll go and see them. I've just had a chat to Joy and a number of members and friends on the stand. So they're down here towards the Auto Jumble. Whoops, walking through a bit of a stand. Anyway, as you can hear, the PA has started up, etc., and there'll be things going on in the main ring a bit later on. I think at the moment they've got like a little trialy course set up for youngsters to have a go on their BMX bikes and stuff. But I'm walking down sort of the centre of the whole event now, with a few clubs, but then the Auto Jumble on the left and the ring. There's the house at the back there for your reference. And Trident and Rocket 3 owners, if I remember, are just round here. There they are. And there we are. So I think through the efforts of Joy and other members, Joy Lyon, who's here in the purple hoodie, a decent collection of bikes. So I'll do a separate clip and video with a gimbal for YouTube on this, but that was just to show you some of the things, and obviously the fact that we are still talking BSA with a nice Mark 1 and a Rob North. And there's another one, flat track. I do like the flat track styling. Right, let me get the gimbal up and we'll do a separate one and publish it as a separate video on YouTube just for the TR3OC. Right, so here we are, the other side of the ring, stroke arena. And there's just been a public announcement to say that events here kick off at 12:30, I think, with I think initially a trials display and then a pipe band, and then I think 1:45 he said that's when they're going to begin the sessions with the ability to ride exhibition bikes around here in different categories. So there is one category which is 1970 to some other year, etc. So that'll be a bit later on. So I think around about 2:30 I'll try and get the Lightning in the ring. And as I say, if I can, I wasn't thinking of wearing the chest harness and the GoPro in the ring, but I might do that anyway. Alright, well, that's enough of the music. I'll be back later. 11:15 and getting quite busy around the place. People coming up to the top of the park. So busy again on the stand, but I just wanted to point out another addition that's arrived. I think it's Phil Hartshorn's Blue Star has arrived. So Phil's here somewhere. Phil's, I think, a member of the Taverners section of the BMCC too. We see this down the East Midlands branch frequently, and here it is again. So yeah, Blue Star in the standard BSA green at the time, which, if I remember rightly, is Brunswick green.
Has it got Isofix?
11:30. Let's have a look down the visitors' bike park. See if we can see anything of interest. Starting at this end, as they're still rolling in. As I say, the day is young, weather's still beautiful, temperature's nice, and things don't really kick off for another hour yet. So let's go and have a mosey down here before we have another cup of tea and maybe a cake. Well, it's not really power set, but it's all in frame. T65 Thunderbird, I believe. Now, if I remember rightly, this was a short stroke engine. And I had a test ride on one of these at Humberside Airport, and the factory were doing a bit of a tour to promote them on other bikes as well. And even the revered John Nelson, chief designer, was there. And I chose to ride the Thunderbird. And I rode it around the designated circuit and stuff. I thought it was okay, and then when I got back, realised I'd ridden all the way around the bloody choke on. There you go. I didn't buy one. In the end, I bought a T140D Special, which was probably a bit before this. What was it? VWX, yeah. So my T140D Special I bought in '78 when it was first released. That was V registered, so a couple of years before this bike was released, I think. But yeah, nice bike, lovely docile motor apparently. Here we are in the thick of the bike park, down the field towards the entrance, and you can see just how many bikes are here actually. It's good to see. Weather obviously helps, but yeah, really good turnout. Apparently somebody was saying some of the stall holders are a bit glum on the in the auto jumble, not moving much. Well, sometimes a price is too much to pay, perhaps. Further down the field towards the entrance, which is over there, but across here, there it is. That's the tower of the church in the village of Stanford upon Avon, I believe. Right, still walking up and down this. There's a lot of bikes here, but nothing definitive 71 power set yet, but they're a really nice mix of bikes, and they're still rolling in. Right, here we go, found the first one. Mark II Rocket 3 in really good condition. I've got a funny feeling this belongs to a gentleman that came up to me on the stand early this morning asking about paint schemes, and looking at the photos on his phone, I said that you know, the sort of hue of the colour looked about right, but it looked a bit flat. But actually see it in the flesh, then it's a bit pale and pinky, and it's a flat colour, it's not metal flake. Looks fine. And obviously with the paint scheme being, you know, relatively close, it's still got the same overall effect against the Dove Grey. But if I do catch him, I'll say I've seen it in the flesh, and maybe it is off a little bit. Then, well, you know, so what? Mine's not right. Mine's a bit too pale. Should be slightly redder. But there you go. Nice bike, good condition, and key thing, ridden here. We always seem to find an adventurer or the trophy trail. 73-74 Triumph at this event. And for those that don't know, Triumph 500 twin motor in a B50 B25 SS/T rolling chassis. Always loved these bikes, never owned one. Don't even think about it, I've got enough. Well, as we've got Greg's Silver Jubilee on the bench at the moment, then couldn't pass this one up really. So this is one of the original batch, limited edition. And unlike Greg's, it suffered a bit, as most do with the chrome. The front panel, that's been replaced at some point. But it's probably original, so it's done well. And again, ridden here. That's bent. Paintwork's in good nick though. And there you go. Proof of the pudding on how to put all the gubbins together at the rear. And as kindly confirmed by Rick Constant. Although this has got a washer there on the other side. Who knows? And we've got to do the front yet, and actually the front on this isn't original, so we can't use that as a reference point. So that's all been altered, the front hydraulic side of it. Anyway, always good to see him out. There you go, a view up to the house. There's a lot of bikes here. I don't remember this many being here before, but I say the weather's got something to do with it, and they're still streaming in. It's good. Right, let's do a walk back up, see if we see anything interesting. I just like the styling of it, the low slung pre-unit Triumphs, probably 650, but T110 or 6T maybe is it? Let's have a quick look. T110, yeah, Tiger 110. Ah! Oh, talk of the devil. That has to be, it is a Bonneville special. So the year after the one I had, mine was V-Reg, this is W. But that's the correct paint scheme, Leicester Mag alloys, high bars, but the originals had the 2-into-1 exhaust, and the silencer was like an enlarged version of the T160 and Mark III Commando anti-discharge silencers. You just cannot get them impossible. So most people revert to the 2x2. And actually, there's something interesting. So in doing Greg's Bonneville Silver Jubilee in the rear end, 1978 was the year that they introduced this overslung caliper, and you can just see how much neater that is. I don't necessarily think the braided hose obviously isn't original from the master cylinder, and I'm not sure whether that's the original route, etc. I've got a funny feeling, actually, from memory, it should come down here and along the swinging arm through that clip and down. But anyway, you can just see how much easier it is to get out and maintain, and it's much simpler. There you go. But at the time, well, still do actually. Bars are a bit too far forward on that one for me, but yeah. Well-styled bike, and actually I'm glad we've seen it as a reference point to what I've been harping on about on Greg's bike. Well, I've included this sort of 1975 Quacker 250 triple, simply because the theme of this show, which I haven't mentioned before, is supposedly sort of 70s Japanese. So here is one. It'd be nice to try and find a Honda CB350 or CL350, because that's what the Fury was going to be pitched against. But I haven't seen anything yet, and to be honest, although say the theme is 70s Japanese, I haven't really seen too much of that theme, you know, in the main show area. But maybe I've missed it and things will develop this afternoon. We'll see anyway. Because I passed my test on a Jap bikes. My brother had a CB450 Black Bomber, bloody great bike that was. He lent me that kindly enough for a couple of European trips. Anyway, there we go, back nearly up at the house. So we'll go and get a cup of tea and a cake, and we'll resume matters this afternoon. Right, it's high noon back at the VSI Owners Club stand, and we've got another edition on the end of Goldie. Blimey, at this rate, we'll soon be in the ring. Right, just got back to the VSI stand, and there's Mark Deakin, Nigel's brother of Rocket 3 fame. Nearly running right, we're going to see it again, aren't we, Mark?
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. And obviously wearing the colours with pride. Nice to see you, Mark. Thanks for coming.
No problem, mate.
So we've got to have to pick next to the power setters. Cheers. Well, 2:30 in the afternoon at the arena here, and I've been in it with the A70 Lightning, and I was called in. They were way ahead of schedule, rushing around, queuing and messing about, and as a result, I didn't manage to get any footage of them going round after I got out and parked the bike up, so apologies for that. But anyway, all still very busy up here, and what I'll do is when I've got to ride the bike back to where I'm camping, etc., we'll do a bit of run up and down the lane with the GoPro on. That's the A70 Lightning, that is, and that's the best I can do. But it was all hell on here really, with huge queues going in the entrance here, and where are we? Here's the PA, etc., in the entrance here. There was all hell going on, and it was manic. And they rushed everybody, not rushed, that's the wrong term really, but got everybody through, so we're about an hour ahead of schedule. And you might hear in the distance the pipe band is coming on an hour ahead. But that means we can have a relaxing time this afternoon and chat to a lot more people. We've been extremely busy on the stand, lots of interest, so that's great news. All right, I'll be back later on. Have a bit of a breather now, cup of tea, grab the GoPro, and we'll see if we can get some action shots. Well, there we are behind the BSA Owners Club stand, and I nearly missed these two. It's Colin from North Staffs branch on his A65. And his compatriot Roger, did you say? On a what, B40, I presume? Yeah. From Staffordshire, and they got a bit of a ride home. So there we go, we're sticking out front and we're sticking out back, so that's good. Cheers, Colin. Just thought I'd get the two guys riding off. Time now is 3:10. They've got a bit of a way to go back up towards Stafford. That on the Red Lightning, that was Colin, who normally organises our representation at the August Stafford show, and his bike's quite interesting. He bought it from a guy that bought it off BSA Umberslade, that bike. So we think it's one of the last pre-oiling frame A65s, and he showed me some interesting marks and things on the bike, where you can see that on the, say for instance on the throttle, they're marking up where it's like certain settings on the twist grip related to we think revolutions and things like that. Anyway, sounds well. So I just thought I'd get a clip of them riding off. Right, we'll now go and get the GoPro. Not going yet, but we'll just get organised. Right, we're on a low battery on the phone. It's been busy today, but I've got the GoPro. 3:15. Just had the announcement that obviously the arena activities have finished. This show's on 20th of July next year, 2025, and people are beginning to pack up, and those that have ridden in are, some of who are beginning to go, but actually, you know, people will be around here until 4:04, I should think. Still plenty of activity, plenty of people around, and I need another cake. Now I was going to video some of the bikes leaving, because it's always nice to see them ridden, but as there's not much activity yet, let's go get a tiered cake past the three-wheelers, which I think have got Guzzi engines. Morgan three-wheeler club, yeah. And I'll be back in a quarter of an hour to see if we can get some clips, if the phone holds up, of some of the bikes leaving. As it's a Jap feed, we've got to do that. Susie, GT550, I think it was Yam, Guzzi. That Greaves has just been running as well. Now there's a Morgan here. Is that a matchless or a Jap? It's a Jap. Fantastic. I think that was a Royal Enfield Crusader, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Douglas Dragonfly. Sorry, I got interrupted there. I don't know what that last bike was that went by, the red one. No, absolutely no idea. Here we are, Morgan's again. Matchless engine one that time. Could be a Terrier or a Cub. And that's a Cub. And that could be a French Cub. The French Army bought Cubs. Older. Bloody hell. Beautiful. I think that's a Morgan, but that's an old Morgan. Cheers, see you again. B40 from the BSA Owners Club stand, so that's appropriate. Don't know what that was. Velo. Two Velos. Well, it's 3:30 now, 25 to 4, and it's all a bit slack going out because people are still enjoying themselves. Officially, I think we all have to be off site by 6 o'clock, so there's tons of time yet. Anyway, the phone battery's about to go. I want to save some of it just to do a couple of clips leaving and getting home and stuff. So we'll call it there for now, and I'll focus on getting some GoPro footage on the Lightning.
It's a joy to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm filming it now. They don't know.
Whatever, mate. Yeah.
Poetry in motion. This. Well, technically sixth.
What?
Technically, it's a sixth, isn't it?
Just behave itself. Out of a half. Bit more. There you go. It's got to be a third.
Is it a sixth before or after you fold it?
Good question. It's got to be after, isn't it?
Well, that would make it, a six afterwards would make it 20% before.
Oh, I need to go home.
We go in. What we do is we sink it first.
Time for
We might
sit
need
down
to
at
go
home.
you might the motor.
One on each corner.
So go out there and you mark. Wait a minute. Hold it. Out a bit. Bring it out a bit. Out this way. Otherwise
Cheers, gents. Right, now we clear up. Right, bit of charge now in the phone, 10 to 5. They're all loaded up. They're not going anywhere. But first, before we go, I have to be off site by 6 officially, so plenty of time. I'm gonna have a cup of tea. Just have a bit of a rest before I hit the road, but it ain't gonna take long to get home. So one last clip when we get home. Had a great day. £6 in the evening on Sunday the 21st, back home, all safe and sound, no problems at all. And that concludes then a great event stroke day and a half. Really pleased. So obviously the Lightning ran really well, and hopefully you'll have seen some GoPro footage before this clip. And the Fury, I don't know if I explained really, but it was firing a bit, but it wouldn't pick up. So I think the timing is retarded. I need to spend a bit more time doing it a bit more accurately and then strobing it up properly. And we know it run. But anyway, tons and tons of interest in both. Really busy day. Definitely a lot busier than last year, I think, the whole event. But the BSA stand, well, we had twice as many bikes actually, as you saw, than last year. And lots of people coming on the stand. Really good event. Really done the club proud. Right, that's it for this then. Next, in a couple of days' time, we might be back on that. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Thanks for your interest. Any comments and subscriptions, and take care. See you all again soon. Cheers.